Hello, online crew. How are you doing? I hope you're having an awesome day, evening, or whatever part of the day it is for you in your part of the world. So let's explore being stuck. Have you felt stuck before in your life? Have you felt stuck in your business? Have you felt stuck in a job? Have you felt stuck in something at some time in your life? I bet you have. So let's talk about what being stuck sort of really means, and more importantly, what you can do about it, because there's going to be various times in your life that you're going to continue to be stuck. Even though you might not be stuck at the moment, you may be in the future. Now, I am presuming Facebook is not playing nicely with me this week, and I can't see comments. So and my eyes are watering. I think the cold weather and the hot weather and the all seasons that we got when I was camping over the weekend has caught up with me, and it's unfortunately I've got a bit of a cold now. My eyes are watering. Oh my gosh, I'm not crying, I assure you. But it looks like I don't have comments today, unfortunately. So if you are here live with me, we've got Mel on. How are you? I can pick your head. Let me pull up my live on my spare phone. Hello, Olive. How are you? I can see that you are there. I'll see if I can pull up my live on my spare phone here. Not a good way to start the week with Facebook. So who have we got? We do have Mel. We've got Ania walking the dogs. Very good. Hello, Olive. Hello, Jamie. We've got Lynn as well. Edith, hello. How are you? Oh, Olive's already picked it. I sound like I'm getting a cold. Yeah, it's already here. I think those of you... Hey, Marcella. Those of you that were following along with my live on the weekend and some photos that I put up yesterday, I've been camping with a family and a whole lot of families actually over in the weekend. But I tell you, we got all seasons of the year. On Saturday, it was really, really hot, like really hot. And then the next day, Sunday, it came in raining and cold. And I was really, really cold when I went to bed. My hands and my feet were freezing. And I don't know if that's got something to do with it, but it certainly caught up with me, unfortunately. But all good. Hopefully it'll go in a couple of days. So welcome. Let's talk about being stuck. Have you been stuck before? Do you feel stuck now with something? Being stuck is something that when you're doing something new, particularly like building a business online, learning social media, Facebook advertising, if you're doing that, we can get stuck pretty often. You can get stuck in jobs, you can get stuck in relationships. Being stuck is one of these things that is always going to rear its ugly head because that's just life. The important thing to know is what it really means when you get stuck, and also what you can do about it. So that's what we're going to talk about on today's lives, because it's really important you know how to navigate being stuck, because it is going to show up over and over and over and over again with whatever you're doing in life, okay? So we'll get on to that in a moment. Those of you that are new here and we haven't met before, my name is Helen Martin. I'm your online crew captain, and I am at service to this awesome online crew community that we have here. Excuse me. Hope that doesn't happen too often on the live. And we are entrepreneurs, direct sellers, home-based business owners, network marketers, those in MLM, and we are learning to leverage social media with modern online strategies to attract people to us. So we don't want to chase anybody to buy anything off us. We don't want to convince people to join us in our business. We truly want to attract people to us online. So the strategies that we do on social media, learning about attraction marketing, it's really, really important to learn all of that so you can achieve it. Okay. At the beginning of every week, I go live 5 days a week every week. And at the beginning of the week, I talk about something to do with personal growth, personal development. Okay. I think that was Monica. Sorry, I can't see comments today, guys. But if you're showing me some love in your profile picture, I can pick some of you. And that's what we're doing today. So something to do with personal growth, personal development, because it's really, really important that you've got it going on up here and that you believe in yourself and you know how to navigate things like being stuck, because that's what's going to help you be successful in business, okay? Now, just this week, I just want to remind you guys, my 12th 12th round of my branding course started today. If you still want to get in, you can get in and catch up. Video 1 was only released today, and I work with you for a month on working out your personal brand, okay? So it's not too late to get on that. If the link's up above, if you want to sort out your personal brand. Also happening this week is the video challenge is starting. We've got over 850 people in the group now. It's going to be a crazy video challenge. But if you want to master the art of live video or just increase your skills. I can't say we ever master the art, but if you want to increase your skills in live video, then please join us. We start on the 11th of October, and the link to get in, that's completely free. Okay, so feel free to join us in the video challenge. So both of those things are happening this week. Exciting times. Okay, so what feeling stuck really means. Feeling stuck can be quite a negative place to be. Can you agree with that, guys? That it's not necessarily the most positive thing that you feel when you feel stuck. And it can be a really critical, like when I say critical, self-critical place to be. So we can, be a bit down on ourselves or really critical of ourselves, of what we're not achieving or what we're not doing or what we can't work out. So being stuck can be a negative place, but we want to flip that, because being stuck is giving you an opportunity to do something, and it's telling you, your body is telling you, you need to do something in a certain, in a certain way, which I'll get to in a moment. We'll talk about that in a second. But we want to see being stuck as an opportunity for something, not being self-critical, because that's generally the place that we come from when we feel stuck. We feel really self-critical, and it generally arises when you think you should be further along than you are, or when you think that you should have achieved something that you haven't, or whether you think you've tried to do something and you should have worked it out and you haven't worked it out yet. And so your interpretation of that, your body tells your mind that you're stuck. So that's where being stuck arises. It's generally when you feel you should be in another place than you are, or you should be further along in your life than you are, or further along in your business than you are, or further along in a course or some training than you are. And because you're not where you thought you would be, you feel stuck. So that's where a lot of it sort of generates from, this feeling of being stuck. Oh, I should have worked this out by now. I should have had more people in my business by now. I should have been more successful by now. I should have made more money by now. Like, that's where, feeling sort of stuck comes in. So what we want to do with feeling stuck is look at it differently. Okay, I'm not sure if you're aware of how the body and the mind works around this, but when you're feeling stuck, your body tells your mind that something doesn't feel right and you've got a need that is not being met. So we need to work out what this need is, okay? So I'm going to give you 3 things to consider when you next feel stuck. The first thing we want you to do is to surrender to being stuck, okay? Instead of wallowing in being stuck and being really self-critical of yourself and harsh on yourself for not being where you thought you might be and feelings in that stuck state, surrender to it to start with. Okay, I realize I'm feeling stuck. You've just got to surrender to that state that you are in a place that is not necessarily that positive and you're not where you want to be or where you thought you would be, and just give into it. Okay, that's step 1. The last thing you want to do is try to tell yourself that you're wrong, you're bad, you haven't achieved what you wanted to achieve, what's wrong with me, why can't I work this out? And you go into that really self-deprecating, kind of language, and your little voice in your head goes in overdrive, okay? Being stuck is often stuff that just comes from your little voice. It's often not reality, okay? So step 1 is surrendering to being stuck and knowing that, okay, I don't feel that good about this situation. I'm nowhere near where I thought I would be at this point in time, but I realize that, okay? I'm surrendering to the fact that I'm stuck. When you surrender to that, you can look at it differently rather than being stuck in the emotion. It does you absolutely no benefit to be stuck in the stuckness. Are you with me? You don't want to get stuck in your stuckness. You don't want the negative feelings. I think Sean's on. Hey, Sean. No comments again, Sean. I can't interact with anybody, but I did see your profile pic, so good to see you on. We don't want to be in that negative thought process of being stuck. We want to just surrender to it, okay? All right, I'm stuck. I get it. What is actually really bothering you? Analyze it. What is it that's actually really bothering you? And like fine tune into the detail. What are you actually stuck on specifically? Not, well, I thought I'd be there by now. I thought I would have made more money by now. I thought I would have had more people join my team by now. I thought I would have done this online by now. I thought I would have been better at Facebook Lives by now. I thought I would have been better at blah, 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 whatever it is. Be really specific about what you're stuck on. When you're specific about what you're stuck on and you've got a high level awareness, okay, I get it, I surrender it to it. This is what I'm stuck on. Now you've got half a chance of figuring it out. Okay, does that make sense, guys? Because what we do and what we're trying to do here with this first step is get it out of the feeling of being stuck and the woe is me and I'm not good enough and I must be really dumb at this or this doesn't come naturally to me. You know, all those kind of negative talk, self-talk. We want to get out of that and get into the facts. What am I specifically stuck on? What is going on here? Okay, so I'm not as further along as my business as I would have liked. Okay, so how much further along should you be or that you thought you would be? Okay, and what are the reasons for that? Okay, so self-awareness and surrender to it is number one. Don't wallow in your own self-pity. Don't have a little tanty, over and over again and feeling sorry for yourself. It doesn't do you any good. And it certainly doesn't move you out of it. So just surrender to it. Okay, this is where I'm at. Not where I want to be, but this is where I'm at. So specifically, what I'm stuck on is X, Y, Z. Okay, you got to be really specific about what you're stuck on. Otherwise, you can't resolve it. Okay? Number 2 step is actually getting out of your head and working out logically what can you do to shift yourself out of that stuck state. Get curious about what you need. Find a way to grow in whatever area that you're stuck in. If your business isn't growing, what's the problem? Is it fear? Is it you actually don't know what you're doing? Is it you don't have the right leadership that's helping you? Is it you're just not knowledgeable enough? Like, what is it that you need to get unstuck? Get really curious. What conversations do you need to have with what people? This is really, really critical to have mentors in your life. So whenever I'm stuck in my business or achieving things, I need to talk it through with somebody. It's like, well, this is what I'm actually feeling. And then they're smart enough to get me out of my feeling. Okay, I know you feel that way, but what's actually going on? What specifically do you feel you're stuck with? You get out of the emotion and into the evaluation. And when you can get out of the emotion and into the evaluation, now you're going to have steps to follow to actually get unstuck. So having mentors in your life is a really good way to lean on them to talk things through. You know, sometimes you just can't work something out in your own head and you have to talk through with somebody to get a different perspective. Sometimes we just need a different perspective. We need to talk it through to get somebody else's point of view, because what we're thinking and feeling is actually not reality because we're stuck in our own head. Do you get this, guys? It's really hard to know what you're thinking because I can't see your comments today. But it's really important to get out of your head and work out logically what it is that you need. I need more skills. I need to learn more. I don't really know what I'm doing. So I'm now sort of, taking a reality check. I need to learn some more skills in this area because I'm just avoiding it because I don't know how to do it. You know, those kind of things, okay? The third thing you need to do when you're stuck is actually change the way you feel and think about being stuck. It's your body's way of telling your mind that you need something. It works the same way as physiological things like when you're hungry, your body tells you that, you know, that hunger feeling, you need food. When you're thirsty, you'll feel it. You'll feel the need that you need to drink. So your body is telling you what you need. When you get cold, your body is telling you need to put some warmer clothes on or get some warmth. When you're hot, you need to cool down. So there's triggers that your body sends your mind about what it needs. When you feel stuck and you have anxiety and you have tension in your body, it's physical. I was one step ahead of myself then. So it's in your body, it's physical. You physically feel anxious and stuck and worried and those kind of feelings. Like you just feel like you're not growing or you're not getting anywhere or you're not where you should be, those kind of things. It's your body telling you you have a need like the other needs and you need to grow. It's telling you you're stuck. Like some of you will be stuck in a job. What do you need? Maybe it's another job. Some of you will be stuck in a relationship. A lot of people don't have the guts to leave their relationship, but they might need to leave the relationship. If you're stuck in your business, what is it that you need? You need to grow in learning more skills or finding a mentor or doing something. Your body is actually telling you that you need to grow. You need to work out what it is you need to grow in. If you already had the answers, you wouldn't be stuck. You just wouldn't be. So you obviously don't have the answers in whatever you're stuck in. So get out of the emotion, stop feeling sorry for yourself, get into evaluation. Okay, I'm stuck. I get it. I'm stuck. I'm surrendering to being stuck. Next point is let's get out of our head and into evaluation and let's get curious about what we think we might need. I actually need some help. I actually don't know what I'm doing. To work out what it is that you need. And then the third step is using that as an opportunity to grow and be very deliberate about solving what you're stuck on. Okay? This is the kind of stuff that people get stuck with for years. Or you have the same behavior over and over and over again. Have you ever noticed that in your life, that you have the same kind of relationships? Or that you have the same kind of stumbling blocks in businesses that you're in or things that you try to achieve? You get to a point where you're stuck and you can't succeed or you can't have a thriving relationship or you get in the same pattern of behavior. It's because you're not working out what your fundamental need is and being really deliberate about growing in that area to get you unstuck. So as I said at the beginning, being stuck can be a very negative, self-critical place to be. We need to see being stuck as an area for growth. So surrender to it. What is it that you need? Get out of emotion and into evaluation and be very deliberate about the steps that you need to take to grow. Because it's your body, like being thirsty or hunger or cold or getting cool or whatever it is. Your body is telling your mind you need to grow. There's something missing for you as to the reason that you're feeling stuck. So what do you need? Analyze it and evaluate it out of your personal emotions of woe is me, I'm not good enough, I'm a failure. I should have done better than this by now. I should have made more money than this by now. I should have had more people join my team by now. I'm not good enough. Who's going to listen to me? I can't do Facebook Lives because what are people going to think of me? That's all emotion, ego. It doesn't serve you at all. If you're in that place, you're going to stay stuck with the same things for the rest of your life. If that's not what you want for yourself, surrender to it and be very deliberate about what it is that you need to grow. Are you in the right place? Are you in the right business? Are you in the right job? Are you in the right relationship? Evaluate it for what it is. Not get stuck in the emotion, oh, I can't do this because of that. Or, circumstances don't rule your life, your thoughts do. The way you think about things will change your life. You can stay stuck for a very long time by the way that you think. So you change the way you think about things, evaluate things, and you'll be able to become unstuck. Does this make sense to you guys at all? I'm just going to chime in and see if we've got any comments here. Interested to see what you're thinking around this. If there's any thoughts at all. Not currently, but oh my, yes. Keep being persistent and continue. Never give up. And that's another thing as well. I can't see comments on that one either. Sorry, guys. Is just don't give in to the emotion. When you give in to the emotion, that's when you give up. Just never give up. Find out what it is that you need to grow. Do you just need some more skills? Do a little training course. Reach out to a mentor. Get some coaching from somebody. This is where I recognize that I'm stuck. This isn't, not where I'm achieving where I want to achieve. I need some new knowledge around this area and find out what it is you need. And then move on to the next thing. Okay, so it's your responsibility to deliberately work out where you need to grow. Otherwise, you might stay stuck for a very long time. And we don't want that for you. So how you evaluate things in your life, how you evaluate where you're being stuck, will get you out of being stuck. Okay? So food for thought, guys. Don't get stuck in the emotion of things. Don't feel sorry for yourself. Don't give into it that's just the way it is. It's not. You can grow. You can learn new skills. You can do anything you want to. You've just got to set your mind to it and be determined to overcome what it is you're stuck on, and be determined that you can do it, and have enough faith in yourself as a human being. You were born on this planet to do great things. We all were. So don't let your head get in your way. Don't let your thoughts get in your way. Evaluate it for what it is. Work out what you need to get unstuck, and then grow. It's all about growth. Work out where you need to grow. Okay? I hope that's helpful to some of you, because where when we tend to get stuck is when we get caught up in the emotion and we stay in the motion. Like we just don't feel good about ourselves. We don't want to do anything. We surrender to the stuckness, and, in a way that is it's damaging to you. So we don't want you to stay there. We want you to grow. We want you to be, successful in all areas, in relationships, in your business and stuff like that. But it all comes down to you guys and how you think about things, how you evaluate things, and how quickly you get out of certain situations, because stuff's always going to go wrong. You're always going to have hurdles. Your business is always going to have things that go wrong. Relationships will always have things that go wrong. Life, things will always go wrong. No one lives in a perfect world. None of us are perfect or ever have a perfect life. But how you handle those situations and how quickly you get out of those situations is what is important. So you're allowed to have little moments where, they're not good, they're not positive, and you cry or you do whatever, but just don't stay there. Be adult enough to go, I surrender to the way I'm feeling. How do I get out of it? Okay, so take from that what you will. I just hope it gives you food for thought to not look at being stuck as a bad thing. Look at being stuck as an opportunity for growth. You've just got to work out what that area of growth needs to be to get you out of that situation. Okay, so I will see you guys same time. No, not same time. I'm doing another Facebook ads webinar tomorrow, so we'll be 2 hours earlier again tomorrow, and then same for the rest of the week. So I'll look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Bye.